Hello everyone, hello dear students, SAT learners. Today I'm gonna explain you some very important questions because all these questions are very important for you because it's exam questions. So I don't want to lose time and so I want to start our explanation. Okay. The first one is first question, which choice to complete the text, which is the most logical and precise word order phrase. First of all, we should read the passage. What is these passages mean about? Okay, let's read it. The Apollo moon landings brought atmosphere sensors and seismic sensors to the moon and produced large amounts of data. Okay, researcher Srini Weber, who is investigating tectonic activity on the moon, continues to use Apollo's data, demonstrating that the mission's value to science is. We should complete this passage with these words. First of all, let's begin. Displaced. Why this displaced is not correct answer. I want to explain it to you. Displaced means replaced or moved, which doesn't fit in our passage. You know that our passage is talking about how Apollo mission data is still being used for scientific research. So displaced is not doesn't fit our paragraph. B, ongoing. Ongoing is right version because ongoing means continue, which fits because research continues. Here, he is investigating tectonic activity on the moon and he also tries to use Apollo's data. And he tries to demonstrating that mission to science is ongoing. And it means that the research is continuing, not stopping. So it's right answer. C is not right because why? It's not right. Original refers to something new or first, but the sentence talks about continued use. So it is not right answer. So it's not right. Controversial. Controversial is also incorrect. Why called incorrect? Because there is no mention of debate or controversy. So our passage right answer is B. B is right. Let's move on the second one. Because cyanobacteria and other microphytons, yani EPM, microphytobenthos, MPB, microphytes, organisms inhabiting tidal floods are consumed by mussels as well as by certain shorebirds and fish. MPB are we should feel this estuary ecosystem. Decreased MPB abundance, which may be caused by environmental stressors that has a direct negative impact on coastal food webs. So, from this passage, we can understand that it's talking about how MPB are very important to our ecosystem, to estuary ecosystem. As you see that it is very important for estuary ecosystem. And from these choices, we should find the synonym of the crucial, the synonym of the important. So let's begin to try to find the answer. The passage, you know, that describes microorganisms like cyanobacteria are important for our ecosystem. I have mentioned it before. Let's begin with a imperative for imperative correct because it means that essential, showing their crucial role in the ecosystem. So it's right answer here. A is right. Why B is not answer? Because it is emblematic, means symbolic, which doesn't fit our passage. C also is not right. Subordinate means less important, which is opposite of the meaning needed, which is opposite meaning of the imperative. We should write here imperative 4 because MPB are very important, very crucial to our estuary systems, and imperative 4 is also means very important, very crucial. D is not right because interchangeable with means replaceable, which doesn't also fit to our paragraph. So our right answer is A. Let's begin the third question. Some pieces of music might have many meanings. Okay. The compositions of the Charlotte Morgan can as many different interpretations as there are people to listen to them, and so as long as listeners' interpretation isn't willfully absurd or the result of inattention, it is difficult to justify the claim that the listener has misunderstood the piece. Okay, this sentence discusses how music can be interpreted in different ways. Okay, the missing word should mean that music allows multiple interpretations. So let's begin to find the word with a meaning that expresses, that allows listeners multiple interpretations. Which choice completes the text with the most logical and precise phrase? Let's begin with a refute. What is refute? Refute is incorrect because refute means to argue against something. It doesn't fit. Omit. Omit means to leave out, which doesn't fit the meaning. It's also right. It's not right version. Support. Yeah, support is correct. Why? It allows or make possible. Support means to allow. It means make possible something. This fits to our passage because music allows multiple interpretations. So support is a right answer here. D, invade, is incorrect. Why incorrect? Invade means to avoid, which doesn't make sense here. Okay, and the right answer of this test is C. Let's begin with the fourth question. The investors of consonant sounds among the Polynesian languages of the Pacific tend toward them. Sikayana in the South Pacific has a total of 9 consonants, and Olelo Hawaii, the language of native Hawaiian people, has 1 fewer, while the global median per language is over 22. Okay, this passage compares the numbers of the consonants in Polynesian languages. The missing word should mean very few, very few. So we should find the synonym of the very few. Let's to find it. Okay, minimal is correct answer here because minimal means very small in amount, which fits because the language has only 9 consonants. You know that it has a total of 9 consonants. So minimal is a synonym of the very few. As I mentioned before that, we are talking about the Polynesian languages, language consonants, and we should mention that there are 9 consonants and they are minimal, they are very few when we compare it with other language consonants. So minimal is right answer here. Let's talk about static Static is not here right version because it means unchanging. It is not relevant. It's not relevant. C is replicable. Replicable means able to copy it, which doesn't also fit our melodic. Melodic relates to melody, not the number of the consonants. It's not right. So minimal is the right answer of this question. Let's begin with first one. Okay, founded in Long Beach, California in 1996, the Museum of Latin America Art is dedicated to modern and contemporary art by Latin American artists and Latino artists in the United States. Since its founding, it has acquired more than 1,300 objects for its permanent collection. More recently, founded US-based institutions devoted to Latino cultures include Casa de Resaudo, located in Lansing, Michigan. It focuses on the arts and cultures of Latino communities in Michigan. Okay, let's pay attention to our paragraph. This passage discussed two institutions, the Museum of Latin America, the first one, and Casa de Resaudo, and this one, Casa de Resaudo. And the best answer should summarize the passage focus. Let's begin. Which choice best states the main purpose of the text? We should find what these passages mean about, what is talking about. So the first one, to trace a historical development that encouraged the founding of two institutions. It is incorrect because the passage doesn't discuss what encouraged their founding, so it is not right version. Let's begin with a B, to trace the founding of two institutions, including how they acquired funding to purchase artworks. It's also incorrect because the passage mentions the institutions but not their founding resources. So it's not right. Then C, to present information about two institutions and including each institution's area of focus. Yes, it is right. It's right because the passage explains their focus on Latin American and Latino art. So it's right. And D is not right. Y is not right. The passage doesn't compare their collection size. As you see that to draw a contrast between the collection size of the two institutions, we are not talking about the collection size of the institutions. So C is right answer here. Let's begin with the last question, and the last question, the following text is adapted from D.A. Lozano's 1844 poem, a remembrance of Puerto Cabello, the Mangle, translated by Agnes Blake Ford in 1918. The poem is a dedication to Puerto Cabello, a town on the northern coast of Venezuela. Okay, which choices best state the main purpose of the text? Let's begin here. And while outside the tempest is raving over the ocean, and the ship is madly driving on some lone and desert shore, the warm and landlocked waters swell with an east motion, and gently glides the light pressure canoe at dipping of the oar. Okay, Let's pay attention what is the poem is talking about. The passage is a poetic description of Puerto Cabello, focusing on approaching storm. And we should find the best states, the main purpose of the text. Puerto Cabello tried to talk about, he tried to focus on the approaching storm. So let's begin with A. It describes the speaker's attitudes towards the day-to-day life in Puerto Cabello. It's incorrect because the passage describes nature, not daily life. B. In contrast, the tranquility of the waters near Puerto Cabello with the roughness waters elsewhere. It's also incorrect. Why incorrect? There is no comparison to other places. C is correct version. Why? It is emphasized the severity of a storm that is expected to arrive soon in Puerto Cabello. The passage describes an incoming storm and its effects on the sea, so C is right here. D, it compares the appearance of the two types of boats. It's incorrect because boats are mentioned, but the focus is on the storm. We are not talking about the boats here. So the main purpose of this passage was only about the storm, incoming storm, and its effects on the sea.